Alright, so let's dive into this motor. This is a Polaris 120cc. It's out of a Polaris Edge snowmobile, 120cc. It's a 2002. And it is locked up solid. I've taken off this cover before, tried to get at the nut, loose, got the nut loose, got the recoil off, couldn't get it broken free, and something internal is locked up or has an issue there. I ended up taking off the spark plug and sticking a camera down into the spark plug hole into the top of the cylinder. Top of the cylinder looks fine, but there's ball bearings above the cylinder that you can clearly see. I'll put that in the video here. So, let's open it up and see what's in it. See what failed. See if we can find anything. Spark plug, you can put that on the magnet tray. This motor it was obviously modded. It had a velocity stack with some kind of adjustable valve, adjustable needle down on the bottom of the bowl. So let's take this whole thing off and get rid of this. What's he doing? Carb's original with gas in it. It's the original Mikuni carb. Probably end up selling that. You guys stack these? If I give you anything, can you just stack it neatly right here?
Is this basically a washer?
That's a, yeah, it's a gasket. So it's a gasket for the carbs. Alright. Basically everything on here is 8 or 10 millimeter. Recoil's fine. You want to put that inside the other box from the other motor?
There's some less on the bottom.
That in the other motor?
In the box?
Yep. Put that in there.
In the box?
Yeah. So this is locked up solid. I think I'm gonna leave the flywheel on.
Oh, it's not moving because that's locked up?
Well, there's something inside. I think the valves are okay. Let's take a look at the valves and the valve springs and the.
Are those the gears?
Those are not the gears. That's just these are just fan blades on the flywheel. You can put all these in there. those are what make it. That's what cool the engine. So it's an air cooled. There's no radiator. So those just blow around sideways, and they blow around as the engine turns.
This is my engine, though.
You can put that back there. Valves look okay. Valve springs are fine. Rocker arms are broken or anything.
Wait, they are broken?
No, they're not. My other, that's not gonna go. Let's see if I got the right size. I don't think that's the right size. I'm gonna leave those. Well, let's see if these push rods are bent.
Little.
No, you'd be able to see if it was
No.
fully bent. That guy's fine.
Should we just keep it out for now?
Hmm.
Shouldn't we just keep it out for now?
Might as well. I don't think she's going back together.
Alright.
Let's see this next one. Yeah, she's fine. Alright. Let's see how much further we can go. Let's see if we can get the head on the top. We drained it when we put the other motor in the machine. I tried to reuse this. It was a really nice drain for the oil. It didn't fit the Predator 212 cc that I put in there. But I want to see what's going on up top here. Let's get all this throttle stuff off. Yeah, I put all this in the magnet tray. Now that doesn't look stock. I'm pretty sure this motor also had a governor removed. I don't know. I think that's the governor there, if it has one. Slowly with that, try and keep that together.
Magnet put?
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Are we going to end up taking this big thing off?
We are. So we're first going to take off the top of the motor.
And then the bottom? And then over
Yeah, we're going to take the top of take the head off the cylinder. And then that'll show us the top and the inside of the cylinder housing. See what's going on up there. And see if we can see where those ball bearings came from. This is the oil pump. Oil. That's fine. Let's see. Intake manifold. Put that in the other box. Follow that up there. All right. I don't know if these are.
Dad,
Yeah.
once we're done with this, are we gonna keep all the parts?
Are we gonna keep all these?
Yeah.
Might as well. I'm not sure. I can't imagine this is gonna go back together, but I don't know. Someone might want it. We'll see. Let's head bolts off. Can you get me the rubber mallet? The rubber mallet's hanging where the rubber mallet hangs. The soft blow hammer. Oh, actually, I don't need it. Never mind. All right, let's see what we see when we pop this sucker out.
Oh, greasy. Water.
So,
Is that? No.
all right.
Is that supposed to be wet in there?
So, well, I threw some penetrating oil in there. She is.
It looks like a smiley face. Yeah, I put it too.
The head looks fine. Exhaust port looks
How come it looks like a smiley
burnt.
face? Wait, it's burnt?
Gasket wasn't too bad.
It's burnt, doesn't that... Is that the part that's broken?
No, I think it's going to be inside internally. This gasket looks fine.
Wait until Mom sees all of this. That's not going to be until Sunday, though.
I can't imagine what I was seeing with that camera. Maybe there were just bubbles. They weren't bearings.
I think you can just take it right off.
Oh, stop with that. So, there's definitely metal shavings on the top. Holy moly. Joe?
There's a couple shavings on the outside. Oh, I can hear.
You can hear them getting picked up.
Yeah. Can I see? Oh, that's a lot of tiny shavings.
There's a lot of metal shavings.
Can I see? Can I see?
Coming up off the top of that.
What?
It looks like. Gee, what I thought was ball bearings might just be little moisture bubbles from. No. Those are definitely little pieces of metal shavings are on the outside.
That's probably what's wrong. Is it?
Doesn't look scored though. That's the weird part.
Let's see. Maybe not enough.
Alright. So, nothing crazy obvious there. It doesn't look that bad. So you hear this, boys?
Yeah. Something broke inside of it. Did something break inside? Yeah.
Something's rattling around on the inside of there. Alright, well, let's look inside. Stop. Put that away. Oop. What are these going to be? That's a 12. I don't know. Let's go. Like I said, I already drained the oil. Put those in. And I don't know where it went, but there was a metal rod about this big. That was all bent up. That came out. Give me that. Alright, got the cover off. I actually found that piece that was all that came out of the oil drain when we drained the oil. A small, maybe 1.25 inch. It just looks like a rod or it's like a pin or something. It's all dinged up. It was actually stuck to the bottom of the magnet on the flywheel. I got the cover off here. There we go.
Wow.
Look inside, boys. Tell me what's the matter. I bet you can see it.
So oily, and that came off.
Yep, that came off. Stop. No.
Can I? Can I want to see. Oh, what is
Open up
that?
the side of it. What you see immediately. Get out of here. What do you see immediately? This plastic piece. This is the governor.
How can I screw it down?
Just rolling around in the bottom of that.
Where do I find the pencil? Oh, find the pencil in the middle. It's a lucky pencil.
So I'm pretty sure this is the governor.
Wait, a governor?
Yeah, it limits how fast it can go.
A governor? Why do we have the
Okay,
governor?
stop. It's all chewed up on the side. The inside of it's all... I bet. Where's that metal piece I gave you?
Here.
I can only assume that this...
Yeah, that's probably
um,
what...
I
The
think I went on the
governor.
inside. I think there were two metal things on the inside. There are metal shavings and chunks everywhere. Oh, here's something else flying around.
The governor.
That's...
Oh yeah, there are a lot of shavings.
Oh, that is.
Let's see. Let's see. So much oil. There's way too much oil in it.
I think this, so these three things were in there. I think there's another one of these somewhere. I think this is part of that governor setup. I think it goes in there, something like that. I think with weight, actually, let's see if the other one's in here. Huh. Everything is just mangled in here. Oh, there it is.
What? That piece?
I don't know. What the hell? Oh, there's another pin. Alright.
No, I see it. Oh yeah. I see it. Is it? I think it's it. Why come
So here's the other pin. hold this.
Should we use a magnet thing to get all those little places?
No, we can leave all those. Let's just get a shot of. See if I can flip this around. No. Alright, so these pieces, these 5 pieces, are all floating all around in there. I assume this is part of the governor, and that goes through there. I think this pin goes through the bottom of there and makes it so this can centrifugally come in and out. And this one obviously got chewed up, but I think there's another one of these up in the top here. So the bottom is all full of shavings. Little chunks of metal everywhere.
And those are some big gears.
And then the top here, wedged up in here. The top of the crank is something. I'm going to try and dig that out there.
Wait,
but she is toast. The inside of this thing is absolutely pinned. Stuff just rattling around, getting thrown around in here. Alright, so go ahead. So pull that out. It's got the bottom of the things with all the timing. This has to be pointing in the right direction because that lifts and closes the intake and exhaust valves. And if you look, you have right here the other one of these. The other one of these, which is part of the governor.
Where's the governor?
Which is wedged up along the top of the crank in the bottom of the cylinder housing.
Can I see that?
Try and get that out of there with us. You know
Can
what I mean?
I see? I have it. Can I see it?
Yeah, look over there. Back up, Cam.
Okay, it's that thing. It's this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're gonna work at that for a little bit. See if we can get that out of there.
Can you pass me that one right there, Dad?
All right.
So,
Back out here.
maybe it's actually made to be in there.
It's not made to be in there. That was originally looks like this. That's what this is. And that got stuck in there. So those things must have been rattling around. What's that? Oh, the valves are coming down now. So all this stuff must just been rattling around in the bottom here. It was just totally disconnected. And then once you guys flipped it, remember you flipped it?
Oh, yeah.
So
Stuck on me.
you flipped it,
Got
went
caught
like
on
that,
camera.
and that piece got stuck up in there. Because that's not just naturally getting flung up in there.
Got stuck on me.
So let's try and get that out of there. Just for the heck of it. Come on. 1, 2. Stop. Alright, I think the valves fell out. Valves are nice. No problem with the valves. So there was no chance we were getting this loose with that recoil. So back up for a sec.
Maybe you just have to get that out, and then the other thing will fall off.
Well, yeah, but it's wedged in there. That's the problem. Oh, I think we're gonna have to use force. Yeah. Oh,
You hear that?
I did. And then it's just free.
Oh, that's free now.
That's what it looks
He
like.
got that. Can I see?
That's what the cylinder.
I would
That's what I did to it. It turned it from that
Okay. Can I?
into that.
That's insane how they got.
Can I?
Show you, brother.
That's insane.
Compare. Oh my god, that got smacked. Jeez.
I cannot move.
Demolished. I bet
Alright.
the box had even more.
So she's free now. Oh, it turns nice. Feel the magnet.
That moves up.
You can feel the magnets.
No?
Yeah, so this is the cylinder. See what happens here? Look down here. So this crankshaft turns. Look down here. Crankshaft turns, and that moves that rod, piston rod, up and down,
Which moves
which
that.
moves this up
And
and
that.
down. And the spark plug sits here and makes spark and pushes this back down. Ready? Watch this. If you put your finger here, right, stop, and you push down, that's going to make power. So that's what happens when the spark plug goes off. Push it hard. See how it goes down?
Okay, you put it at the top.
Top. Go. Push. See how it goes down?
Me. Come on, why me?
Okay. Stop. Back up. Stop. Alright, so that's what it was. So, what I think is the governor
Is that it?
exploded on the inside and had been rattling around forever. And then these are the pieces to it. I think this is how it should go together. It should go like that with this guy.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. I think that goes in there, and this should have looked just like that before it got all mangled up. It sat right in there, and these two things move back and forth with centrifugal force when it gets to a certain speed. What the heck that is? I don't know where that was. I don't even know where this was on the back. But she's done. She's all scored up now, all dinged everywhere. Whole cylinder. The bottom side of the cylinder's all bottom side of that cylinder is all goobered up. So let's put another motor in it. Alright, so I figured out where the governor goes. I couldn't figure out where it goes inside the motor. It actually goes on the outside wall of the cover. So it sits on here like that. It spins and it goes. It's the outside of this, and this plastic thing sits there. And these sat in here with one of these pins going through the bottom. And they're all just all shot now, and they all obviously blew up and blew out of there. And this thing, which was the other weight, I think they're essentially centrifugal force counterweights that open up. And it got clogged way up in there. And she's toast. She's all scored and all pinned. And I ain't putting it back together.